Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sunday, July 30th. I'm actually standing in my neighbor's yard looking behind my apple tree. The heat wave has caused a little havoc, but lost a lot of its leaves, but she's still doing okay, and lots of apples. Look at all those apples. Today I wanted to give you another update on the garden, and I'm actually going to walk the perimeter and show you everything from the outside, and then we'll go back in. Yeah, it's a fig tree from out here, and see, it has plenty of figs. My Musa Basu bananas, look how big they've gotten. Over 20 feet tall already, and end of July. Let's keep on walking the perimeter. The canna lilies started to bloom, and all of them except the firecracker canna, which are those right there, and these are starting to come out already. My sago palm has a brand new set of fronds. Look how beautiful and green she is right now. This one is a crepe myrtle. This is one of the pink ones. Doesn't even have the blooms yet, but eventually she'll bloom. This one is a purple one, and it has seedlets yet, but it hasn't bloomed yet. The crepe myrtles, for some reason, are about 3 weeks late. That's a Brugmansia right there. 3 weeks late, but some of them are starting to bloom, and I guess they'll be blooming in August now. That's another crepe myrtle right here. It's a pink one. And like my cannas and everything else is blooming. I want you to take a look at my pomegranate. Look at the fruit, and look how big they've gotten. Lots of fruit, and it's still flowering also. Look how pretty she's gotten. Pretty. And my white crepe myrtle from the outside, she's starting to bloom right now. This is my other fig tree right here. Has the green figs, and these will be like yellowish when they ripen. And the cannas, yellow cannas there are blooming. It's a tomato plant right there. Purple crepe myrtle, starting to bloom. She's almost in full bloom. It's about the only one that's blooming fully right now. A lot of these crepe myrtles, they just happen to come about. This one's a purple one, and I like the way where it started growing, so I left it there, and eventually she'll grow up there too. This is another crepe myrtle. This one happens to be a red one from the ones in the back. I don't know how she got here, but she started growing. I left her here, and she's gonna stay here. I love the randomness of some of the things. I guess nature chooses to come out whenever it wants. Take a look at my Pindo palm. Look how beautiful she is. This is my red crepe myrtle, one of the red ones, and it's starting to bloom right at the bottom there, but not yet. This one's a pink one, and she's starting to bloom. Hopefully by next week all of these will be in full bloom. This is another pink one with the purple leaves, and she's starting to bloom. My purple one right there starting to bloom, and she's halfway through already. look at my Yucca gloriosa from this side. Such a beautiful specimen. And my other Trachycarpus fortunae, or windmill palm. Look how big she's gotten. She's about 8 feet tall right now. Gorgeous day out here in Central Jersey. It's been hot and humid all last week in the 90s. Today is right on the money, 80 degrees, low humidity, sunny. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. These two crepe myrtles here, which I'm going to take out eventually because I don't like where they decided to set root. But these are pink ones and one of them is a purple one. And I'm going to let them bloom, and then at the end of the season I'm taking them out of the ground and planting it and giving them away. Let's go inside the garden now. This is called a cleome, and they grow randomly around the yard. All the seeds spread out, and I let them grow wherever they come up, and they seem to come up every time of the year. My small Trachycarpus fortunae. That's my Brugmansia. She just finished blooming, and she's already throwing more pods, and next week she will be blooming again. This one's gonna be fully red in about another week. She started to bloom right now, this crepe myrtle. My excuse me, my hibiscus, the pink one, all beautiful. Cannas are coming out also, and my red hibiscus, beautiful as ever. And that's my other windmill palm. Cannas starting to bloom, all of them, almost all of them. This one's getting ready to bloom too. That's my Washingtonia robusta, my small one. Look how nice she's gotten. And my Inset banana. Such a beauty. She's gorgeous. It's another pink crepe myrtle blooming, and the white one up top of it. And this is my other hibiscus, which is a different species, but with a big red flowers also. Look how beautiful she is. And then this canna started coming out right where I planted a variegated yucca at random. So I just let it be. At the end of the season, I'll separate both of them. And once again, this is my pomegranate. And look at the fruit. It's just fruiting. Look how nice and big the fruit has gotten. Look at the fruit right there. This Brugmansia over here has no pods and hasn't even flowered yet, but eventually she will. Don't know why. It's been a weird year. A lot of rain and a lot of humidity, and maybe that's a factor, but we'll see. Look how big my papaya has gotten. Look how pretty she is. My veggies are here too. I got eggplant, I got peppers, and let me show you that eggplant over there. This one's called Purple Heart, and I got them all over the place too. And this is another species of coleus. It's the begonias and a blood banana. Take a look at this eggplant. Look how big she's gotten in about a week. Look how big she is. Beautiful. And I got some Marconi peppers right here. There goes my sable miner. And look how big she's gotten since the last time I showed you guys. Look at the firecracker canna with an orange flower. What a beauty. And the colocasias have grown in also. And my big bananas, about 20 feet tall, above the roof line almost. And look how big the banana bunch got since the last time we checked. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And we still got more coming out. The pot still has more bananas in them. Let's see how much more form. What a beauty. Look at this Cleome. Look how beautiful she is. Multiple flower, multiple stems. And that's a nice red blood banana. The grapes are, some of them are starting to ripen. And they're looking very well too. You look at that bunch. That's a daisy, some coleus and some petunias. And that's called a Schefflera. It's related to the T-Rex plant, which is a big plant that with a broad white leaves, very tropical, and I love the way it looks. Hawaiian Thai. This is my other large palm that I got potted. And a blood banana right there. It's pineapple. This is a pineapple, which I grew from the top of one of the pineapples, and it's got multiple heads already. And this one, about 2 years ago, actually gave me fruit, but it hasn't since then. It is what it is. There goes my citrus. That's a lemon tree, and that's an orange tree. That's my plumeria, my yellow plumeria. And she has a flower buds, but hasn't flowered yet, but the leaves have come out. It's a Diplodenias, red and white Diplodenias, which are exactly like those in those pots over there inside next to the palms. Those are red Diplodenias also. And all these are petunias, and this is actually Thai basil. It grows wild, grew wild in this pot. I just left it there, and bam, look how pretty she got. That's a white Cleome right there. And everything looking pretty. This is actually my lemon tree, Meyer lemon. Look how big that lemon is. And she is full of lemons, small ones, but full of lemons, and still flowering. Still flowering, and look at more lemons over here. And that right there is an avocado plant, which I grew from seed, and she's about 12 feet tall. Hasn't flowered yet or given any fruit, but I guess eventually it will. All right. This is another feather palm, which my friend Louis gave to me because he couldn't take care of it no more. He's moving out, and he gave it to me just like he gave me that large palm right there, which is the same species as the one right there I'm showing you, and this little one here, which wasn't doing too well, but I'm trying to nurse it back to health. And I thank him for that. And good friend of mine, we always exchange plants, and he's a gardener just like me and has a beautiful garden just like I think mine is beautiful. So let's keep it going. Like I said, all the cannas are blooming. That's a red Diplodenia. And look at the colocasias or elephant ears. These are zinnias. And these are the new Robolinis that I planted in the center of the yard. And they're doing very well with a whole bunch of zinnias. Hawaiian tide right there. And more canna lilies blooming. And this is a colocasia. As you can see, the leaves point down. Alocasia, which is the cousin of it, the leaves point up. That's the difference between a colocasia and an alocasia. But they're both called elephant ears because they look like elephant ears. Anyway, this is a pink crepe myrtle, which hasn't bloomed, and that's the red one right there. And this one, the seed pod's already formed, so it's about to burst any minute now, as you can see. And the rest of the garden's over here. That's another pineapple. Cannas in there, elephant ears, cleons, petunias. And back here, I actually got some eggplant and some tomatoes. And they're growing. There goes a tomato plant right there. Now my brugmansia, this one had blooms already, and I see that more pods are coming out for more blooms. And there they go right there, the pods getting ready to bloom again. My Washingtonia robusta, beautiful as always. Just such a beautiful, beautiful specimen. She's doing so well here, which is like, just shocks me. Because they're not supposed to grow here. But with the right winter protection, I guess you could grow them almost anywhere. Like I was saying, the apple tree, what started dropping its leaves from the center. But the exterior leaves are still on. And she's full of apples, man. Look at the weight of the apples has brought this branch down to like my stomach level. Look how big and beautiful these apples are. Look at that. If anybody wondering, that's the country of my birth. I am Dominican descent. Grew up in New York City and live in New Jersey, and 100% American. And that's the reason why I will always fly that flag. Look how big that banana plant grew. It's about 20 feet tall. It's amazing. In like 3 months, from 0 to 20 feet. Let's go behind the swing and show you some of the stuff I got back here. This is coleus, petunias, cleons. That's a lot of cleons back there. That's a monstera. More cleons. And most of these come back every year. That's my needle palm. The main stem, for some reason, I noticed that the front was getting a little frayed, so I pulled it and I had a spear pull, and look at that. Actually, she's growing again, and I'm glad she's okay. I caught her right in time and put some hydrogen peroxide in it, and this is like the first time something's ever happened to her, because it's almost an indestructible plant here in central Jersey, but she's beautiful as ever. These are the purple colocasias. They're called Black Beauty from what I've known. Look at more over here. That's a croton, purple heart, begonias, and coleus. More coleus over here and crotons. And my fig tree, doing wonderful now, full of figs, just full of figs. Look at that. None of them have ripened yet, but in the next month they'll start ripening, and I'm gonna have a feast. And my pride and joy, as always, is my windmill palm or Tetracarpus fortuna. And man, has she grown. Look how big she's gotten. Tell you, she's almost 9 feet tall right now. So I'm probably going to have to extend the palm box this year. It's been raining a lot and it's been beautiful and lots of rain. Everything is lush and green. And I thank God for it. With that, I'm going to leave you. It's another Musa Basju, about 20 feet tall already. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And God bless.